Hey, good afternoon. This is Neil, Simple Futures, and we have Amazon today. You can see they traded down, went out about 119. They're about 124 right now, up 5 on an $8 expected move. Well, now they're up $4, but whatever. Anyway, on an $8 expected move. I don't know. I tell you, I've I keep trying to buy this thing, this market. I try to buy it. I mean, I went home actually long. I mean, I try to buy it lately quite a bit actually. Look, I'm going home long. Market. It's just that's from the midday 12:30 price of 54 in the ES. So here's what I. So I mean, look, the ES and NQ they're down. I mean, on the month. I mean, they're just and it's really running out of time, right? And I'm running out of like time and patience too because I keep trying to buy this thing, but it's just keeps coming in on me, and so it's not been easy, not been easy. So I pulled from the year here, the last major kind of uptick in March right there to the July high for the move here. And we're almost, this SPX, this chart. So this price right here at 41.15, 41.14 or whatever, that's SPX. There's like a $28 spread between it and the ES futures. But I just want you to know if you pull the cash in order to pull something of this kind of time frame magnitude, because the ES has rolled several times with premium adjustments in the charts and that kind of thing. So for something of this duration, I go to the cash chart. So what was today's low? And SPX about 20, call it 30, and this is basically 15. So you got about $15 lower, and it's going to hit this 618 retrace level. And we'll see if something reasonably right in there can hold. I realize, trust me, that that I've been buying this thing on the way down, and clearly it has not turned in my favor yet. That is, I fully admit that. Including today. I bought it again today. Let's see. That's basically where I'm, and very soon too. By the way, if I had to like put a timestamp on, this turn out of the hole here, I would say it's probably early next week on the rate announcement, right? I mean, I'd put that kind of timing on this thing, like it needs real soon to turn, and of course, the further it drops, I mean, everybody's bearish. Everybody's bearish, right? I mean, I'm even, and everybody be short, and that's when it's time to turn, and we'll see. But I'm telling you, I'm looking around that time, and certainly, and I'm talking about a turn that we'll see what happens. Now, let's see, elsewhere over here, and go to another chart. All right, nat gas continues to work. That's kind of nice. We talked crude last night. Crude never triggered, and so there's nothing to talk about there. It has to trigger in order for there to, no trigger, no trade, right? I mean, it's got to trade up above now these two highs, after which point then back down into the, we'll call it 83.5 as a buy limit after it breaches the high, though. It hadn't breached the high, so there's nothing there. Wheat's still pretty good. Treasuries traded really nicely today. And that's actually probably noteworthy, honestly. I don't really know that I can call that an equal and opposite, though. I kind of would like to, but it's not. Never mind, it doesn't matter. But that just traded nicely today. I mean, this would honestly suggest that you'd have to anticipate some fall through to the upside from that tomorrow, and that would mean lower yields, and that would mean a little bounce in the equity space. Yeah, that's really honestly about all I see. I mean, but that's definitely a clue, the way that those guys traded. The dollar has a tight range follow through with an excess today, which is bearish if it can trigger short tomorrow, which would help the equity space as well. That trigger would be breach of today's low in the dollar. That's with that uptick, having that tight range follow through, excess finish, near its lows. A breach of today's low would fire that short, which would fire the treasuries long, which would bring the yields in, which would be bounce friendly for the equity space. And orange juice and cocoa just keep going. I tell you what, man. That right there, you just have that trade on. Orange juice or cocoa. Pick one or both, and you wouldn't care about any of the rest of this stuff. That's been amazing. I'm blown away at the bid in that chart. I mean, I would have thought back here at 2.5 would have been expensive for orange juice. It's all the way up here at, knocking on the door at $4. It's crazy. Cocoa's the same. It's just insane bid. Let's do that one. 3,700, I think. Oh, 38. $3,800 a ton. We did actually. I didn't hold it very well, but we really, honestly, and everybody in the trade room knows, we started buying this thing at $2,500 a ton. And of course, now we just wish we'd held it forever, but at 3,800, obviously. Okay, that's what I got. Hopefully, there's something in there, but I just update mainly on the kind of the equities there, the SPX and the ES. Give you some levels with the Amazon report today. It doesn't appear that these good numbers, those were really good numbers from Meta yesterday, and it just did not seem to matter. I mean, there was some good looking trade out there, like Boeing. Boeing was just flying. I mean, it was good, but even with big numbers, a lot of the stuff is still just getting sold into. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but it is. So we're looking for that maybe to change, but until then, of course, we have to trade what we got. The ranges intraday are phenomenal. I mean, the swings are just absolutely, like, let's see. Look at these swings. This thing breaks 4,200 all the way down to 4,150. Intraday, 4,150 trades all the way 4,190 and back to 50. The reason we bought this right here at the end of the day at 54 was the revisit of the midday timestamp, the 12:30 central price. And it's also an HVN for 3 weeks worth of trade there for April 3rd by 24th. It's the point of control for that as well, coincidentally. But listen, that's what I got. Hopefully there's something in there you can get on a good trade. And otherwise, I'll look forward to being with you.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me over.